Meera was a Hindu mystic poet and devotee of Krishna. She was one of the most significant Sants of the Vaishnava bhakti movement. Some 1,300 pads commonly known as bhajans are attributed to her. These are popular throughout India and have been translated and published worldwide. In the bhakti tradition, they are in passionate praise of Lord Krishna. In most of her poems, she describes her unconditional love for her Lord and promotes Krishna bhakti as the best way of life because it helps us forget our desires. Popular beliefs about her life, which has been the subject of several films, are often pieced together from her poetry and stories recounted by her community and are of debatable authenticity, particularly those that connect her with the later Tansen. On the other hand, the traditions that make her a disciple of Guru Ravidas and Chittor, her association with Tulsidas and later interactions with Rupa Goswami and Vrindavan are more likely to be true. Biography. Meera was a Rajput princess born in about 1498 in Kadaki, Rajasthan. Her father, Ratan Singh, was the youngest son of Rao Duga, ruler of Meerut, and son of Rao Jodha, ruler and founder of Jodhpur. Ratan Singh belonged to the Rathore clan, and he died in January 1528 in a battle with the Mughal Emperor Babur. Meera's mother, Veer Kumari, died during childbirth when Meera was around 8. Meera was then sent to her grandfather, Rao Duda, and father's older brother, Rao Viram Dev at Meerut, where she was educated. After about 7 years, she was joined by her childhood friend, Mithila, who stayed with Meera till the end. Her new family did not approve of her piety and devotion when she refused to worship their family deity, Tulsidas Bhavani. She was married to Bhoj Raj, ruler of Chittor. There were no children from this marriage, and in any event Mira Bai took no interest in her earthly spouse, since she believed herself to be married to Krishna. In 1521, Meera's husband died in a battle. Rajatana had remained fiercely independent of the Delhi Sultanate, the Islamic regime that otherwise ruled Hindustan after the conquests of Timur, but in the early 1500s, the Central Asian conqueror Babur laid claim to the Sultanate. Her father-in-law, Rana Sanga, respected and protected Mira Bai but died a few years later, and Meera was then persecuted by the rest of her in-laws. She found Krishna to be her only support and resisted the wishes of her in-laws to give up her worship. Her grief turned into a passionate spiritual devotion that inspired in her countless poems drenched with separation and longing. Meera's love for Krishna was at first a private thing, but at some moments it overflowed into an ecstasy that led her to sing and dance in public with others who shared her religious zeal. She would quietly leave the Chittor fort at night and join satsangs in the town below. This did not fit the expected behavior of a Rajput princess and widow. Her brother-in-law, the new ruler of Chittor, Vikramaditya, was reportedly a cruel youth and strongly objected to Meera's devotion, her mixing with commoners and her lack of feminine modesty. Vikramaditya made several attempts to kill Meera, and her sister-in-law, Mira Bai, is said to have spread defamatory gossip and tried to kill her by locking her in a room for several days without food. But Lord Krishna sent a plate of food for her every day, and in return she sang beautiful bhajans for him. There are a number of popular beliefs asserting that Meera's brother-in-law Vikramaditya, who later became king of Chittor, after Bharaja's death, tried to harm Meera. He mixed poison in the prasatam or chana amritam of Krishna and made her drink it. But by God's grace, Krishna changed it to amrit. He pinned iron nails in Meera's bed, but, again by God's grace, they turned into rose petals. As she explains in one of her couplets, Aanaan a currency Aanaan a currency euro, Aan euro a currency Aan euro Aa currency Aa/Aa currency a currency Aa currency Aa currency Aan currency, Aan euro, Aan a currency Aan currency A. He put a snake in a flower basket and told her that it was a gift from him to her Lord Krishna, but when she opened it she found a garland or an image of Krishna. This episode is referred to in her poems. At some time, Meera declared herself a disciple of the Guru Ravidas. She left Chittor and went to Meerut, where she was still not satisfied or accepted, and left for the centre of Krishnaism, Vrindavan. She considered herself to be a reborn gopi, Lalita, mad with love for Krishna. In popular belief, she expressed her desire to engage in a discussion about spiritual matters with Rupa Goswami, a direct disciple of Chaitanya and one of the foremost saints of Vrindavan at that time. He, however, being a renunciate celibate, refused to meet a woman. Meera replied that the only true man in this universe is Lord Krishna. She continued her pilgrimage and danced from one village to another village, almost covering the whole of North India. One popular belief has her appearing in the company of Kabir and Kashi, once again causing affront to social convention. She is thought to have spent her last years as a pilgrim in Dwarka, Gujarat. In 1546, Adi Singh, who had succeeded Vikram Singh as Rana, sent a delegation of Brahmins to bring her back to Mewar. Reluctant, she asked permission to spend the night at a temple of Krishna. The next morning she was found to have disappeared. According to popular belief, she miraculously merged with the image of Krishna. Poetry. Meera's songs are in a simple form called a chant, a term used for a small spiritual song, usually composed in simple rhythms with a repeating refrain, collected in her Padavali. The extant versions are in a Rajasthani and Braj, a dialect of Hindi spoken in and around Vrindavan, sometimes mixed with Rajasthani. That dark dweller in, is my only refuge. O my companion, worldly comfort is illusion, as soon you get it, it goes. I have chosen the indestructible for my refuge, him whom the snake of death will not devour. My beloved dwells in my heart all day, I have actually seen that abode of joy. Meera's Lord is Hari, the indestructible. My Lord, I have taken refuge with you, your maidservant. Although Meera is often classed with the northern Sant Bhaktis who spoke of a formless divinity, there is no doubt that she presents Krishna as the historical master of the Bhagavad Gita who is, even so, the perfect avatar of the Eternal, who is omnipresent but particularly focused in his icon and his temple. She speaks of a personal relationship with Krishna as her lover, Lord and Master. The characteristic of her poetry is complete surrender. Her longing for union with Krishna is predominant in her poetry. She wants to be colored with the color of dusk. Her style of literature is mainly Rajasthani mixed with Brij language. But one can also see a hint of Gujarati as well as Punjabi in her writings. Her noted songs include, Hari Tuma Haro, also sung by M.S. Subbulakshmi and Tansen Ki Malapai sang as a Qawwali by Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. Folk culture. In many regions of Rajasthan, bhajans of Meera are still common in religious night gathering known as Rataduga, Aaayan Euro currency Oya currency, and organized by women. Tune and lyrics of a very popular Hindi song Rang Baas by Shuna Wali, Rang Baas, movie, Silsila, music, Shiv Hari, lyrics, Hari Vanchri Bachkan, which is generally played on Holi in urban areas of northern India, are taken from a folk bhajan. However, the lyrics are slightly altered to mold the song into appropriate context of the movie's script. First few lines of the original bhajan are, Rang Baso Meeran, born main Rang Bas. Kani Meera Tira Mundurchanayo, Kunjanayo Tiro Devro, Rang Baso Meeran, born main Rang Bas. This popular bhajan is sometimes used as a dance song. Meera is also a common figure in wall paintings. Some parts of lyrics of popular Hindi song Naudan Parinde, movie, Rockstar, music, A.R. Rahman, lyrics, Irshad Kamal, are also taken from Mira Bai's poem. Kagari Moritni Raj Tujhse Chun Chun Ko Mans, Ko Nartanana More, Ko Nartanana Mo Pia K Milan Kias. English versions. Alliston and Subramanian have published selections with English translation in India. Schelling and Lance Levi have offered anthologies in the USA. Snell has presented parallel translations in his collection The Hindi Classical Tradition. Sethi has selected poems which Meera composed presumably after she came in contact with Saint Ravidas and Mira Bai. Some bhajans of Meera have been rendered by Robert Blee in his Mira Bai versions. Blee has also collaborated with Jane Hirschfield on Mira Bai, ecstatic poems. Dr. Pyagnarayan Misra has presented more than 20 devotional poems available online in both Hindi and English languages. Popular culture, composer John Harbison adapted Bliss translations for his Mira Bai songs. There is a documentary film A Few Things I Know About Her by Anjali Punjabi. Two well-known films of her life have been made in India, Meera, a Tamil-language film starring M.S. Subbulakshmi, and Meera, a 1979 Hindi film by Gulzar. TV series, Meera was also based on her life. J.A. Joshi has written a novel Follow the Cowherd Boy published by Trafford Publishing in 2006. Mira Bai's life has been interpreted as a musical story in Meera the Lover a music album based on original compositions for some well-known Mira bhajans, releasing October 11, 2009. Saga Arts, the creator of mythological and historical serials such as Hatim Aladdin, Chandragupta Maurya, Prithviraj Chauhan, Dwarkadhish, Jiji Barang Bali, Mahimashani Devki, Ramayan etc., created a serial on July 27, 2009 January 29, 2010. Younger Meera was played by Ashika Baisha and elder Meera was played by Aditi Sajwan. Bibliography, Chaturveda, a Karaya Parashura M.A., Mara Angstrom Perma Bhakar Parthavala, 16 edition, Goes, Herman, Mira Bai, Her Life and Times, Bombay 1966, Mira Bai, Liebesna Currency RRIN. Diverse der Indischen Dichterin und Mystikerin. Translated from Rajasthani into German by Shubhra Parashar. Kelkheim, 2006, Hawley, John Stratton. The Bhakti Voices, Mirabai, Sodas, and Kabir in Their Times and Ours, Oxford 2005. Sethi, V.K. Mira The Divine Lover. Radhasomi Satsang Beas, Punjab, India. 1988, Joshi, G.A. Follow the Cowherd Boy. Trafford Publishing, Canada, USA, Ireland and UK, 2006. See also, Aindal, Bhajan, Sants and Keem Malapai, references. External links, Mira Bai at Kavita Kosh.